Hey guys, it's Nick.
And Hunter.
And if you know us in real life, or if you just know us from listening to the pod, you know that we're a couple of Star Wars guys.
That we are. We love a good Star Wars
We love a good
show.
Star War.
Yeah, Star War.
And even though eventually down the line we will cover all the movies, we have covered The Mandalorian, and we that alone was humongous. Like we already had so many Star Wars takes in those episodes.
Yeah.
And so this is obviously a very recent Star Wars product. I can't say show.
Let's say product.
Another Star Wars, another Disney Star Wars product. We're giving into the hate already. We're giving into the hate already.
That was so funny calling this a product. Oh man, because that's what Disney is turning Star Wars into
This
a little
is
bit.
this is the latest Star Wars product. Obi-Wan Kenobi, highly anticipated. Obviously, it's been years since Ewan McGregor played the role of Obi-Wan, and Darth Vader shows up, so that's also huge. So yeah, before we get into it, our thoughts on the show, on the product. Hunter, what were your kind of expectations going into Obi-Wan Kenobi on Disney Plus?
Nick, do you remember that fan-made trailer of Obi-Wan?
Like fighting Darth Vader?
No, it was like a fan-made thing of a few different clips of Ewan McGregor movies, and it was like him in the desert, and it looked really sick. That's what I wanted this to be. I wanted it to be I wanted it to be a character study. Like they said it was going to be. That's what I thought. That's what I wanted. And maybe he fights Darth Maul. Maybe he fights Darth Vader at some point. Maybe but focused on feelings. You know how Star Wars says, search your feelings, because people have feelings. But yeah, that's what I wanted. I wanted a nice character, because you could do it. Ewan McGregor is a fantastic actor.
Fantastic.
You can give him some heavy stuff and it'll be really great.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I wanted. What did you want?
What did I want? Well, I wanted it to not exist. I was not excited for Obi-Wan. I don't like the prequels as much as you. You know this. You know this to be true. But there are things looking back to like and appreciate about the prequels, especially after Disney Star Wars, where it's like, man, I guess we did have it better back then, huh? At least when it came to certain things like the stories, at least, and maybe some of the visuals and the directorial vision of it all, right? Because now they kind of feel like fan films. Now they kind of feel kind of weightless and gray, like Marvel, like just like kind of looks like, doesn't look all that great, like visually. The production value isn't all that high, or at least it isn't done with care like Star Wars used to have. Because now it's like a product, and that's why I joke, like, yeah, it's kind of like that now. It's like, what's the next slated product for people to consume and then forget about in a week and then move on to next product? It's not a hot take. I'm not trying to be smart by saying that. I'm just saying that's how it is right now with Star Wars. That's just how it is. And if you love that, great. And if you hate that, understandable, but also maybe don't be racist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That whole thing is so crazy.
I know, it was so crazy. We're not even going to talk about that because it's unnecessary. Like, if you're racist and like, talking shit about someone just because they're black or just because they're different looking than you, then you're not really a Star Wars fan. Ewan McGregor even said that. That's embarrassing. If Ewan McGregor had to say that to you, that's embarrassing. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. But yeah, so I wasn't very excited for Obi-Wan. I love Ewan McGregor. and I love him as Obi-Wan, even though I don't love those movies. I thought he was the best part. So I was always like intrigued, like, okay, if they're going to make this, it'll be a cool vehicle for Ewan McGregor, for him to have scenes where he can emote, unlike the prequels, in my opinion. And a lot of people think like, okay, like the prequels, a little cold, a little distant, like we didn't have a lot of scenes about feelings. Okay, maybe we can do that now, because at this point, Obi-Wan is feeling all the feelings. He's feeling everything. He feels like he created Darth Vader. He doesn't even know he's around or that Anakin's alive until the show, which you don't even think about. Like, okay, right, he wouldn't know that Anakin is Darth Vader. So that makes sense actually. But yeah, not very excited, but a little curious. Like, okay, Ewan McGregor is back. That could be interesting, at least on that front. So yeah.
Well, curious, what did you think about when they said that Hayden Christensen would also be coming back?
Well, I was excited because I thought, kind of spoiler my thoughts a little bit. I thought he'd have scenes.
You thought he'd have scenes? Foolish.
I know, very foolish of me. I thought, like, okay, there's an opportunity to kind of make up for the prequels. Because if we're being honest, like the prequels are not, we didn't get a lot of scenes with Obi-Wan and Anakin being best friends. Because the whole point kind of the prequels is, oh, they're best friends and then this happens, how tragic. And we kind of don't really well establish their friendship in the prequels. Besides like maybe a few moments, it's not enough.
Yeah, I agree that it's not enough. I think that you do get it, but it is not enough. I agree.
Yeah. So this was an opportunity to like slow down, have some flashbacks where like, okay, you really feel their friendship. So when they do that rematch, there's even more of an emotional weight to it. So that's why I was excited for Hayden Christensen to come back. Did we get that? Well, Hunter, the show happened. All 6 episodes are out. We watched it. What you think?
I don't think I hated it. There are definitely some things that I like about it, and some things that I'm like, oh, like, obviously, let's just talk about it as a whole. Everybody who wanted to see it has seen it. Especially their big fight at the end, I thought was cool when we see Hayden Christensen behind the masks and that thing. The fight as a whole, I thought was lame and kind of dumb, and I couldn't freaking see it. I couldn't see anything. And when we're talking about like, because in my opinion, spoiler alert, I think Revenge of the Sith is a very great Star Wars movie.
And you, at least recently, you said to me it's your favorite Star Wars movie.
It is my favorite Star Wars movie.
Which is crazy, but maybe someday we'll talk about that movie. But that's fascinating that you think it's your favorite. Or that you, not that you think, it is your favorite.
Yes, I do love that movie. And I love the battles in that movie. And those are, to me, top tier battles.
Yeah.
You'd think that we could do better because time has gone on and technology has advanced.
You would think.
You'd think that we could make it look better.
Foolish, Hunter. Why would you think that?
Stupid of me.
Why would you think that now that technology is better and now that we have more opportunities for action with these characters, why would you think that it would be better now?
I don't know. I don't know why I thought that I would be able to
so stupid.
I know. I don't know why.
Why are you thinking? Just consume.
Just consume content.
Just fucking clap and cry when they show up and say lines you remember, dude.
But yeah, and then that aside, I thought we focused. I loved little Leia. I did. I thought she was nice and fun and like spunky, and I liked the stuff. Yes, I know, and we'll talk about that.
My Zoom background is the alien getting stopped by a branch.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. But I think they focused too much. Everything became about every new episode. Oh, Leia's lost again. We got to go save Leia. And it's like, can't we just focus? It's not called Leia. What is it called? It's called Obi-Wan Kenobi, which I don't know why they didn't just call it Kenobi, but because that's what I call it.
Right, yeah.
But
it's like
anyway.
Logan. Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, it's like, can't we focus on? I don't know. We have Hayden Christensen. You got him.
He's right there. He's right there.
I know. And yes, we did get one scene. Was it one scene that
It was literally one scene. I mean, and the
flashback?
ending too. But yeah,
Yes. But let's talk about where he was Anakin. We got one scene of him as Anakin. There's 6 hours of this show, and we got him for 4 minutes or something. It's like, and that scene was good. I liked that scene. Guys, you're making this presumably for the prequel kids, for the prequel
right.
audience.
You did original trilogy nostalgia. Now you're doing prequel nostalgia, right?
Why
And
not?
so why do you not use Hayden?
It's so easy to bank off of nostalgia.
It really is.
When you have the original actors, it's like
Even wilder because the original trilogy, some of them are dead.
yeah,
You can't bring them back. But hey, they're all still alive.
Just
The
use
prequels,
them.
Just use them.
Just have some scenes with Anakin and Obi-Wan. And honestly, no matter what they are, I'll probably be happy.
Yeah.
And they didn't do that, which whatever. And the characters that they did focus on, I guess,
Yeah.
I liked.
We'll
and I
talk
did
about
like-
that.
Yeah, and I did like Riva is character's name, right?
Yeah, Reba.
I did like her arc. I thought that was more satisfying than I thought it would be. But yeah, dude, I very mid show.
Yeah. Kind of right there with you. I think you like it maybe a little more than I do, but I think it's mid AF. It's really mid. I thankfully I didn't have high expectations like going into it. But I did think that they would at least focus on Ewan McGregor. They don't even do that. That was my biggest disappointment of the whole thing. It's barely about Obi-Wan Kenobi, except for maybe the end, which is we'll get more into the end. But there's just not a lot of opportunities. Very simply, there's just not a lot of opportunities for Ewan McGregor to act in the fucking thing. There's not a lot of opportunities to understand, like, okay, how is he feeling about his current situation, about his life, about what he did in the past and what he wants to do now in the now. He doesn't have any he's very passive in this. He barely does anything besides things that people force him to do. Get Leia. Oh, okay. How do you feel about that? Do you want to do it? Are you scared to do something like that again? We don't get any of this. Using the Force again. What a concept. It's been years. Like, how do you feel about that? It's going to be hard? No, it's pretty easy. No, he catches Leia. Oh, okay. I got her.
Yeah, I guess that's
you know what I mean? Like,
point.
It's not, it's just all easy for him. And he barely has any moments of I'm going to do this. My actions will lead to a consequence. Barely happens. It's all good for Obi.
Yeah, I mean, okay, first 2 episodes, because they came out together, so they're kind of mushed in my head. I really liked when they brought back when they had the clone or whatever, the homeless. I was like, oh shit, okay,
that was good.
They're gonna do shit like that. They're gonna do some callbacks to the prequels, and we're gonna see what you just said, consequences to the actions that had happened. There's no really callbacks to the prequels. You know what I mean? Which is what I was watching for. Which really it disappointed me.
Yeah. And as you kind of mentioned before, little Leia shows up, and on paper that sounds so fucking dumb, but actually I liked it fine. Because on paper it sounds like the dumbest fucking thing you can do after Revenge of the Sith. It feels like, oh fuck, we don't know what to do. I guess little Leia is gonna show up. And then little Han's gonna show up, and then little Luke is gonna show up. Thankfully, little Han didn't show up. Not yet. Maybe that's gonna be in season 2.
Oh
god. Hey, old man. You're a sassy little fellow, aren't you? Hello there. But thankfully that has not happened yet. But yeah, little Leia, little Luke, especially little Leia, could have been dumb, but I liked it. I think the actress is very cute and charming, adorable. But I think when it comes to the script and her kind of role in the plot, it becomes really, really dumb by the end of it. I think at first it's like cute. She shows up for the first 3 or so episodes. Okay, great. All right, you should probably go now. But like this stuff is cute and kind of like funny to watch. But then she just keeps being in the show. And she just keeps showing up and she keeps needing to be rescued. Episode 4 being, I think we both agree, the worst episode of the whole product.
There's one moment that I like in that episode is when Obi-Wan Kenobi is like stopping the water or whatever. I think that's cool.
But that's also something that was in a video game.
Yeah.
Same planet, same place. Jedi Fallen Order. Remember?
Shoot. Yeah, I do remember.
Did you play? I forget if you played it. But
I did. Yeah, I do.
But he did the same thing. So even that moment you liked wasn't something else.
Dude, yeah. That okay. My side tangent, but not really. That's my main issue with Disney or Star Wars with Disney is like it just seems like they don't have any new ideas.
Yeah, they haven't like not original bone in their goddamn body,
which is crazy because it's like we were talking off microphone or whatever. It's like you could do anything. You could
do anything.
You could do anything
with all these shows and movies you're doing. You could do anything. Anything.
You could create a planet. Think about
create
that.
Create a planet.
Nick, if somebody said, I'm going to pay you to just create a planet in your head. Oh my god! Oh my gosh!
Oh my god!
All these ideas.
Whoa! I'm shaking just thinking about it.
Too many ideas are running through my brain, and you have
sand,
rocks,
sand, rocks.
You just rocks. You know what, dude? Anything on
fucking
Earth.
Dumb with rocks, especially in that last episode when they were like throwing rocks with the through the forest through at each other. I was like, I'm done with rocks. Can we cancel rocks in the Star Wars universe?
Why are there rocks? Why are there rocks that look like rocks that I see outside on Earth? If you're gonna have rocks, make them look like something else.
Like Alien, I don't know. I'm just tired of rocks.
Yeah, it's like, look at Interstellar, right? And like the planets that they go to.
No rocks.
No rocks.
No rocks. I don't think.
I don't know. Even if there are rocks, I say this is a cool planet because it's different.
Mm-hmm.
It's different than what I see.
It's just tiring at this point.
It is. It's just like
it's tiring because these are basically the same critiques we've had for years now about Star Wars, specifically Disney Star Wars. Mm-hmm. It's like we could go on, but really the basic thing that I want in just a story like this didn't happen. Not really. It's just mid. I mean, like, look, there are things to like about this show, and we're going to talk about them because we're not going to be complete haters, even though I am kind of a hater right now.
Yeah.
But there are things that I like. Like I mentioned, little Leia is cute, even though I think she stays too long in the show. I think she has nice moments that make me go, "Aw." Mm-hmm. And you know what? That's something that makes me feel something. Aw, that's an emotion. That makes me feel something. Okay, check. We got one emotion. And Darth Vader, I go, whoa, cool. Check. That's another emotion right there. I feel something there. Okay, look, he's snapping a kid's neck. Ooh, Darth Vader, you bad. Check. There we go. So he's cool in this show. Besides a few dumb decisions that Darth Vader makes, they don't really fuck up Darth Vader in this. And it seems like people are praising Disney Star Wars like, oh, they didn't fuck up Darth Vader yet. That's great. I think it's kind of hard to fuck up Darth Vader. Like how we talked about Alfred being hard to fuck up that character. I think it's kind of hard to fuck up Darth Vader because as long as he's standing there looking cool, it kind of always works, right?
Yes.
For the most part.
I wouldn't put it past them to make like a Darth Vader show and completely screw it up.
Honestly, not for it at all. So many people were like, rated R, Darth Vader movie. And I'm like, no, what? No.
Yeah, I don't need it. I would like to see.
Also, they would never do that. But yeah.
No, I would like to see. You know what pisses me off, man, is that nobody would be talking about season 2 of this show, wanting to if they did a good job. It's like, oh, season 2, maybe they'll get Hayden Christensen back and they can do what
I know. Maybe they'll do better next time.
Yeah, it's like no, just make it.
They should have already. They should have already done it right. Then we'd be like satisfied. Don't need any more. Because honestly, I don't want any more. I don't want any more. And if there is more, I won't watch it. I'm gonna be honest. Look, and this is, we're being negative again, Hunter. We're being negative again. But it's hard not to because of our thoughts and feelings about it. But back to things I like that made me feel something. So yeah, Little Leia, Darth Vader. The ending, the last episode, even though I think was a pretty big disappointment on an action front, for an emotional front, actually not bad. Actually, there's some pretty cool and pretty substantial scenes, like the last scene between Darth Vader and Obi-Wan. As much as I kind of, when we were talking off mic about it, like kind of made fun, like, oh, like, you know, he just spelling out like, hey, it's not your fault, Obi-Wan. If I'm actually just watching the scene in the vacuum, it's a pretty good scene. It actually makes me like go like, oh, this is nice. Like should have been the whole show, but this is a nice moment between Darth Vader and Obi-Wan where like now, okay, does it fully justify its existence? No, but it does kind of justify its existence in that scene where Obi-Wan goes Darth instead of Anakin. You know what? That is a piece that we were kind of missing in the canon of Star Wars. That like, okay, he's now transitioned into, you are not my friend Anakin anymore. You are Darth Vader. Because really in A New Hope, he calls him Darth because his name was fucking Darth Vader in that movie. They didn't plan this out, obviously. But now it's like, okay, that's a cool way to like kind of transition into A New Hope.
Yes, I agree. I think that scene is fucking awesome. I think it really is amazing. Yeah. And I think that, again, I agree. I actually agree with everything you just said. It doesn't justify the existence of the show. Just like I have the same feelings about Rogue One, that end scene with Darth Vader. I think that scene's awesome. Does it justify the existence for me of that movie? No. Nope. No. I think they might have, same thing for that scene in Rogue One. I think they might have written this scene in Kenobi and was like, oh shit, this is pretty sick. Let's make a show.
Right, yeah.
I mean? But that scene is great. And I think it's a great thing to have in the Star Wars universe.
All right, so what is that? 3 things? That's pretty good. Any more? No.
Yeah, I would say it was fun for me to see.
Yeah, give me some more positives, Hunter.
Yeah, it was fun for me to see Ewan McGregor back as Obi-Wan.
Right, of course.
Even
he's doing a good job.
Yes.
The lines are like iffy, but he is performing them and delivering them well.
Yes, it was cool to see Hayden Christensen back.
Yes, it is. It is objectively, it is just nice to see him back. Yeah.
Yes, because, and for me, I think he's awesome as Anakin in the prequels. Right. I really like him in them.
And I think he's a good actor. I just don't like the execution of Anakin Skywalker in those movies. But I get it. He's a good actor. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so it's cool to see him back.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, there's some great moments. There's some great moments in the show.
Yeah. What's your favorite episode of the series?
It's probably the last one.
Yeah, I think in a lot of ways, the last one because it has the best moments, but I might go 3. Because at least I wasn't disappointed with the fight in 3.
Yeah, that's true. I think.
And I also really like, even though now it doesn't make any sense why Darth Vader let Obi-Wan go, that scene when he does, just the way he's so still in that moment, he's looking at Obi-Wan and the fires like surrounding him, the stormtroopers are like, running around and he's just still, like that shot of him just still with the fire in front of him. I like that a lot. It doesn't really make any sense anymore that he let him go. No. But I do like that moment where I was like, oh, okay, this feels like Darth Vader in A New Hope, in Empire Strikes Back.
that moment when he drags him through the fire.
Yeah. Also crazy. Yeah. That's like, that was cool. That was cool.
Yeah. More stuff like that, dude.
But also these moments that we're saying are barely in the show. Like we're giving them like, you know, their time in the sun now because we're trying to figure out like if we liked anything in the show.
No, yeah, it's true.
But even though we're mentioning these things, it's barely in the show. So as a whole, it wasn't a great watch for us, right?
Yes, no. And was I excited every Wednesday?
No. I wasn't.
I think for the first 3 weeks, I was excited. I was.
Okay, I'll give you that. I think after three, I would say the first 2 weeks. I think after 3 and then 4 happened, I was like, all right, I'm done. I'm fucking done.
Yes.
I'm so done.
And then I literally said this out loud in my room about to watch the 5th one. It just got done with the recap, and I said, now, can I please have some flashbacks? And then they start 5 out with a flashback, and that did make me happy. But looking back on it, it's like, well, it was one flashback that they just spread out through an hour.
Exactly, it was crumbs, and I want some fucking bread, bro.
Yeah, give me some bread.
Don't give me some crumbs.
What is this? What is this?
I came here for bread, and you're giving me crumbs.
No. I came here for dinner. You can at least serve me bread, okay? Before.
Instead, they gave me a peach. And I didn't ask for a peach.
They said, here you go.
I asked for some fucking bread.
Yeah, bro. I want some nice bread and meat, man.
It's like that, and that's like Riva for me. It's like I asked for bread and I got a peach. Where I was like they're focusing on her storyline so much. And honestly, the way her character arc kind of ends actually is not bad. It actually ends decently, but the way we got there was severely sloppy and for me severely unearned. So even though I liked the actress and I liked where that character went by the end of the show, it wasn't worth the like 6 episodes of filler. And also like they waited till the very end to make her an interesting character. Why didn't you start with that? Interesting idea. Think about it. Like someone who's working with Vader but secretly wants to kill Vader because of Order 66. That's a great idea right there.
You can make a whole show out of that idea.
But instead, they did barely anything with it. Like most Disney Star Wars, they had an idea, and then the story of it is just weak.
And also, all of the Inquisitors suck.
Also, they don't do anything. They don't even fight Obi-Wan at the end. Why do we even have them?
Oh, exactly.
Wouldn't it be so cool? He's like fighting the Inquisitors and then we build up the Vader or something like that. No, we don't get any of that. They just show up for like a couple of scenes and they're like mad and then they go, what? We're going to do another fucking show with them? Like, why didn't we do anything with them here?
And also, Nick, I'm going to ask you a question. What is the Inquisitor's job?
He inquisits.
He hunts Jedi.
He's grand. No, they're like Jedi hunters. Yeah. They're supposed to, because they're in Jedi Fallen Order. They're around too, and they're just like they used to be Padawans or whatever, and then they grew up to be Jedi hunters, that kind of thing.
Jedi hunters. So why the only Jedi that's around right now is the lead Inquisitor saying, "Why do you want to follow this stupid one Jedi?" Hey, bro, that's your job.
It's your job, bro.
When he said that at the last episode, when he tries to convince Vader not to follow Obi-Wan, I was like, isn't this like the only thing you do?
Yeah, Grand Inquisitor, not being very ambitious here.
No, you're not.
Honestly, Darth Vader should have been like, dude, I don't think you're doing your job all that well. I think I need to fire you.
Honestly,
I think I have to let you go.
He really should have.
That's how this scene should have ended.
Fire. Yeah. You know, dude, you're not living up to your potential. So I think we're going to have to send you back.
We're going in a different direction, Grand.
Yeah.
That's his first name, Grand.
Grand.
Hey, Grand, I think we're going in a different direction. I'm going to have to let you go, buddy.
Oh my gosh.
See, that would have been a better scene. We should have written this show. We're so good.
See, Batman, I shouldn't write. I shouldn't be a part of.
But we should write Star Wars. Yeah.
Star Wars, however, I know what the people want. Okay.
Also to be a little negative again, I also just don't like that this show just doesn't know how to tell a story. Because the ideas are there to do something really substantial with the character of Obi-Wan Kenobi, a character we like, a character that has feelings. And overall, we just drop it. And like, honestly, honest to God, I feel like I learned next to nothing about him. And there's a show about him, and we have all these side quests, and we barely have enough time to breathe. This is the show to like do that, with like just to like sit down and like talk. But instead they're so insecure and scared to do that every episode has to have like a mission, like, oh, we got to do this thing, oh, we got to go here now, we got to go. Why can't we just slow the fuck down? We got 6 hours. But yeah, that's my main stuff with it, is that like there's some things to like. I do not hate it overall. Boba Fett's worse, even though the Mandalorian episodes in the Boba Fett show, which is still baffling to me, are better than all the episodes in this show. As a whole, the Boba Fett show is worse and is kind of unwatchable without Mando in it. But so this one is a little better, but not by a lot. I demand better. I'm not trying to be like a toxic fan. Like, it's okay to demand like better products.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. It just seems like they don't. I don't know. They're banking off of people already liking it. You know?
Yeah,
what
that's
I mean?
the thing.
Like,
as you said, doesn't have an original bone in its body. Anything that we liked is things that have already happened.
Yeah, and it's like, at least with like, okay, original trilogy that built up its fan base, obviously. Then when the prequels came out, at least, like them or don't, at least it's like it tried to do something.
It was ambitious. I mean,
Yeah.
Look, if you didn't like it, I agree. I mean, most of it I don't like, but it's a vision by a director. Like it or not, it's George Lucas's Star Wars, and this is I don't know who Star Wars it is, because it doesn't feel like anything anymore. It just feels like this is the next product. This is the next Disney Star Wars thing for the month.
Yeah, and it sucks because, again, there are
when this should have been so much more. Yeah.
It should have been. This should be the best Star Wars content ever.
This should have been, for people who don't love the prequels like I do, this should have been the thing that was like, okay, it was worth it. Those movies, that experience, it was worth it to get to here. This should have been the show. This should have been the show to do that.
I also don't know who this was for. You know what I mean?
No.
I love the prequels, and yes, I did love the moments where I got some sort of prequelness,
right,
with Hayden Christensen and Ian McGregor. I did, but that's not the show.
No.
You know what I mean? As much as I love those moments, as much as I want it to be the show, it's not the show.
No.
I don't know what this show. I don't know. Oh God, the more I think about it, I'm like, who did this?
Who did this
idea? Because how you said, even Little Leia, which we both like, on paper that doesn't work. So how'd that even get past anybody?
I don't know, man.
Because
think about it. As much as I think the actresses is like adorable and everything, get a new character. That way, we don't know what happens to this new character. Anything could happen to this character. Little Leia, it's like, well, we know, because it's unfortunately like it has to be going to this place. So we can't have like crazy situations and crazy conversations. With a new character, you can. That Jedi in the beginning that died, Benny Safdie, why did he die? He should have been like the co-lead of this, if anything, because like Better Call Saul is I know you don't watch Breaking Bad, but maybe someday for the pod. But like Better Call Saul is the best prequel probably ever, because we have characters where we don't know what's going to happen to those characters. Better Call Saul is ending soon. We have 6 episodes left, and I don't know what's going to happen to Kim. I know you don't know who I'm talking about, Hunter, but for those who know, it's like, what's going to happen to Kim? What the fuck is going to happen to Kim? You know what I mean? That's like a draw. Like, even because certain character is going to go somewhere, but like for someone like Kim, for someone that's new just for this show, it's exciting to be like, what's going to happen to them? Because we don't see them in here. So what's going to happen to them? So that's the fun part of a prequel. Is like, okay, we can have new characters, new situations, even though we know how some things will happen. There are some things just in this show that we don't know about that can have a beginning, middle, and end, emotional, cathartic kind of thing going on with it.
Yeah.
You know,
and not this.
And Reva
show.
could have been it too. Reva could have been. It was just the execution, I think.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was about to say. It's like this show does introduce new characters, but it's also characters that I don't really care about.
Yeah, like Tala,
It's like-
Tala or whatever her name is that dies
Yeah,
in
they
episode
made that-
5. I don't care.
They made that death really like dramatic, as if anyone would care.
You know, I did
You know what
cry
I mean?
when Wade. I did cry when Wade died, though. Wade.
Oh my gosh, is that stupid? Yeah. What was that? What was that, dude? That was
Dude, I
weird.
cried. I don't know what you're talking about. Wade was such a great character.
Shut the hell up.
Look, maybe even better than Obi-Wan himself in the show.
Oh
He
my
was
god.
just like
Wait,
such a good character, and I'm
Just so I
pissed that he
know-
died.
just so I know we're talking about the same thing. It's when that random
Yeah,
TIE fighter blew up.
Yeah. fucking
That
ridiculous.
That part I was like, why are we spending so much fucking time
Also-
mourning this dude?
Yeah, also that maybe was a good opportunity to kill Tala or whatever her name is off.
Yep.
It's like, why Wade?
Yeah.
Why
Also,
Wade? Why Wade of all people?
Who's this
Poor
woman?
Wade.
Who's this woman that's mourning him that knew him so well? What happens to that character?
Yeah.
Do we even get to know her at all?
No.
No, I thought, okay, maybe that's what they're doing. They're going to introduce us to her.
Right. No.
They don't.
No, not even that. Right. Because that could have been maybe a gateway into a new
No.
character, a new story, but no.
Instead, we just spend 10 minutes mourning Wade, who, and it's like they didn't have anything better to do.
Moment of silence for Wade.
Wade,
I'm sorry, Wade. Wade.
we need Wade to have his own solo show
Coming next month on Disney Plus.
Wade.
Wade. Guys, you asked for it. And then then the screen shows up and it's like, Wade. Cheering.
Wade.
People
Hey,
are clapping like crazy.
a Star Wars story. Oh my god.
What? Let's go. Let's go. People are crying. People are like turning to their friends. They're in tears. They're like, they're doing Wade. They're doing
They're
Wade.
doing Wade. Thank God.
Oh my god. But yeah,
That's
just mid. The definition of mid. There have been worse Star Wars things, but also there have been so much better Star Wars things. This should have been great if it was going to happen. It should have been great. This should have been the reason people like kept watching Disney Plus Star Wars shows. But now it's like, where I'm coming from, this is like, oh, maybe this Star Wars stuff isn't for me right now. Like maybe I should just skip it altogether right now. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to watch the Andor show. I'm going to watch Mandalorian because I like Mandalorian. But I'm not going to watch these shows anymore unless I hear good things, not from like people who cry at Hello There, but like people who like storytelling and like new situations and characters and substantial filmmaking and writing and stuff like that. Once I hear that, I will watch whatever that Star Wars show is. But for right now, I'm kind of done. Besides Mando, I don't really want to watch any Star Wars anymore. And this isn't even the worst one. This is just the final nail on the coffin.
Which makes me sad.
Yeah.
When you texted me that made me sad. So I was like, damn, man. I mean, Star Wars is such a beloved thing.
Yeah.
You know,
And it used to
really
be
is.
my childhood, you know, like
Yeah.
there are bigger Star Wars fans out there than me, for sure.
Of course, yeah.
But they were a part of my childhood.
Yeah. So that sucks. I mean, and that new Andor show, it's like Disney, if you took a character that I like and didn't do a good job, during Rogue One, I didn't like that movie. I didn't give a fuck about those characters.
No.
What are you gonna do during that show?
And you're giving
You know
it
what I
12 episodes.
This is
And
really
or
Does it have 12 episodes? And
Yeah.
for Obi-Wan, we got 6.
6.
Barely. They
Barely
could condense
6.
that down to 3.
It's so silly. I mean, like from a production value, it actually looks better than Obi-Wan, but like I've been burned too many times, man. I'm kind of done for now. Mando, I know I'm gonna like Disney. I know Mando will be fun, so I'm sure I'll continue watching that. I like Baby Yoda. But yeah, I'm kind of this once again, not the worst Star Wars thing, but this was kind of the moment where I was like, oh, it's just gonna keep being mediocre like this, so I might as well just jump off now. And that's that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that it sucks.
Yeah,
I
it
don't know
sucks.
if I'll watch Andor. I wasn't planning on it.
Unless I hear good things, I'll probably skip it.
Yeah, and again, I'll watch Mando because I still
Yeah.
need to watch the episodes of him and
Just watch episode 5 and 6. That's it. You don't need to watch the rest. Everything
God,
else is absolute like
how fucking
mediocrity.
stupid.
Even worse than Obi-Wan. It's just all been so disappointing so far. As someone who was so excited and liked a couple of the Disney Star Wars movies, like I like Force Awakens, I like Last Jedi, and after that it's just been not even like so bad. It's like so awful. It's more just like, oh, this is so mediocre and so lazy.
Yeah, it's like they don't
It's just real.
care.
It's
I don't
just
know. It's
disappointing.
weird.
It's just disappointing, and that's that. I give this movie. I wish it was a movie. They wanted to be a trilogy, by the way.
Why not?
Not anymore.
I know. Yeah, I know. It's over. Isn't that weird?
Watch out for season 2. So
Ugh.
5 out of 10 for the show, straight down the middle, just like weak. Some really solid moments, but as a whole, it does not justify its existence, and it's just mid, and it is unbelievably lazy and a shame.
Yeah, I'll give it a 5.5.
Yeah.
I like it just a hair more because I like yeah. What is there to say anymore?
So that was Obi-Wan. If we do any more Star Wars, we're gonna do like the movies, like from Phantom to the Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
Oh boy. But
And
that won't be for a while. But
I have a
but if
feeling
if we that'll be the time we do like a big Star Wars thing.
Yes.
Is that kind of series. And
When
maybe we'll
we
do
do
Mando
that-
season 3. Maybe Mando season 3.
Yeah. When we do that, I have a feeling you'll really like the prequels.
I gotta watch them with you.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll
I
like them
really-
more.
I really do. I have a feeling because especially after watching all this Disney crap, the prequels are just like a shining light in my life. I'm like, oh, the Clone Wars. I even like the fucking Clone Wars, which I thought was a bad movie. It's not, man. It's not.
All right, if you say so.
No,
If you
dude,
say
it's good.
so.
It's good.
Uh,
Or Attack of the Clones, whatever.
I will watch those again for Dexter Jetster and for Watto and for Jar Jar.
Watto, baby. Jar Jar. Jesus
You remember
Christ.
Dexter Jetster?
No, I don't.
Yeah, he has a 50s diner, hangs out with Obi-Wan. He's like, hey, buddy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, he's great.
I'll watch it for him.
Yeah, I like it. He kind of reminds me of
Where's his Disney Plus show, bro?
Honestly, they'll probably do a better job with that than they did with Obi-Wan.
Actually, I don't want it because then they'll make it 18 episodes and it'll be boring as fuck.
Make it 18 episodes and he has to
I'll give
go
it to
find...
Dexter Jetster, but not for Obi-Wan.
Yeah, and it'll cost $56 billion.
Dexter Jetster's gonna have a 10-season run. It's gonna be great, guys. He's gonna learn how to put the apron on.
Yeah, and
it's a prequel, by the way.
And he's
gonna learn how to put that apron on, and I'm gonna fucking clap. I'm a day one Dexter Jetster boy.
Fuck.
And guys, thank you for listening. That was our Obi-Wan talk. It was probably very cynical, but hey, that's just how it is. That's how we feel. We want it to be good. We want it to be better than it is, but it just keeps letting us down every time.
Yep. Like we say sometimes, we like to like things.
I love to like things, bro.
It's awesome.
Isn't it great to like things where
dude, it feels
you like
so
the characters,
good.
You're like, oh, my favorite characters here. Oh, and they're doing cool, fun things. Yeah, I miss that too. All right. Thank you guys for listening. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anywhere you listen to podcasts. Look out for more episodes soon. I've been Nick.
And I've been Hunter.
And I don't like sand, and I don't like the show.
Hello. No, goodbye there.
Goodbye there.
Goodbye there.
Oh, what? My show was disappointing? Oh, fuck me, I guess. I'm out of here.